stay home and do some work. He's an architect, but his family goes out on vacation. So on this one rainy night, he gets a knock on his door, which happens to be these two hot girls. And in this scenario, you expecting what you pretty much know, like, okay, maybe this guy's gonna kill them, these girls are gonna be the victims. It's a whole big swerve on this one.
Strike that, reverse it.
Yeah, because he takes them in, he gives them warm clothes, he treats them very nicely. The whole time these girls, they're flirting with him, and he's like blowing them off because he wants nothing to do with that. So he calls them an Uber and like everything like that. But when Uber does show up, these girls get naked and they really throw themselves at him, and he's really like, no, I can't. I'm married happily, but there's only so much he could do, especially when they're both sucking his dick at the same time, like it's free pizza.
Well, damn.
So the Uber leaves.
Pepperoni, I assume.
The Uber leaves. He fucks them both, and then the next day, these girls, they just won't leave his house, and they're threatening.
He must have had some great dick then.
Go, Keanu!
Well, damn.
Yeah, they just won't leave his house. They're like,
I am an FBI agent!
but him being the nice guy that he is, he know he's fucked up, but he's like, you gotta leave and all this shit. But they're like, no, we don't want to leave because and he's gonna call the cops. Like, go ahead. I got something to tell the cops. It's called How to Catch a Predator.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they tell him that they're like very young, and like, so he's like, okay, what do you want? Money, stuff like that. He's like, no, we don't want your money. And like one girl says, I have evidence from last night, so in case something happens, you're fucked. So at this point, he doesn't know what to do. He said, I'll give you a ride. They're not like anything like that. So at the point, he really does get pissed off. He does call the cops and say, call for break and entering. But then the girls say, okay, fine, we'll leave. Just give us a ride. He takes them to where they want to go, which is middle of nowhere. And later that night again, gets a knock on his door, but no one's there. Then get attacked from behind. It's the two girls. When he wakes up, he's tied up on his bed, as one of the girls is dressed up in his daughter's school uniform and pretends to have sex with him while the other is filming it, which comes to play later, sadly. And they have him tied up. They're like torturing him, like not physically, but like emotionally, yes. Because like what these girls like to do is just go to these random like married men's houses and just to test them out, see if they will be that cheating scumbag that they really are. And that is what the case is, because the girl says they never say no.
Oh.
Well then.
So the whole time, like, they're just, like, really, like, just torturing him and trashing his house to the point where they do threaten to kill them, and he's like, why are you gonna kill me? You fucked me!
I can hear that in the Keanu voice.
But that exactly, and that speech he makes is so true. And after he says it, like, you see these girls' faces, like, they feel bad for what he's doing because he is nice, but they like doing it because they just want to see these guys...
Psychos!
Yeah, they really are.
Sounds like sadists.
So then, like, at the end, when we go back to that camera phone, they put that footage on his Facebook page and really...
Wow, Jesus.
Yeah, they really fucked this guy up.
Woo, damn.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much the premise of Knock Knock. One little mindfuck and, hey, don't be a cheating husband. Yeah.
I don't ever. Don't even.
Well then.
We all stare at Dani.
Y'all can stare. I'll give you something better to stare at. Shit.
It's funny because I could hear that in Keanu's voice, and like hearing it in Keanu's voice,
I
like
am a happily married man.
yes.
I'll never forget the worst line of dialogue he ever uttered, which was in Johnny Mnemonic. What are you doing? Literally, in that tone of voice.
Oh my
that
god!
Flat. It's a terrible movie. Based off of a really good short story by the guy who wrote Germancer, but it was just an abortion. It really was.
Well, hearing him try to be English and
Dracula was travesty.
Yeah.
Oh, that was horrible.
All right. So.
All right, well, I believe it is time to get into our...
Well, one little thing. There is like an alternate ending on this DVD that...
You're going to spoil it for the people? Or are you going to make them watch it?
Well, they can still watch it. It's a cool movie.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's
Yeah.
an alternate ending, not the real
Yeah, it's
ending.
the alternate ending. That's actually a quick little fan thing if you want to think about it, because later on, like the Evan character like hunts down these girls, and this is like they're doing the same thing with this other guy, and he's all like his hair is out, he's scruffy looking, and in a way, if you think about it, it could be like a prequel to John Wick, how it looks and everything like that.
Ah.
And
Interesting.
especially since these girls took his dog at the end of the movie.
That's
I
funny.
mean, it's not really a prequel, but if you like, as a fan point of view, you can like, oh, this could be something.
Ah,
Yeah.
An alternate universe sequel,
Yes.
a prequel.
interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Clever bastards.
Well, that being said, I believe it is time to get into our main topic of the evening.
Yes, it is. Tonight, the Nerd Herders recommend things for you.
Stuff.
And stuff.
We got stuff. Things and stuff. Stuff and things.
And some shit. And some shit.
And some shit. So, being the good hosts that we are and everything like that, I guess we'll give it to Mr. Robert Pace first.
Yeah,
Thank you.
What topic do we want to start with first?
we'll give Robert the pleasure of picking which
First,
thing
we're going to
to go
recommend
with
first.
All right. I'll start with some musical recommendations.
Yes!
For those of you who are Nine Inch Nails fans, or maybe haven't been Nine Inch Nails fans for a while, Trent and his new full-time NIN member, his soundtrack co-composer Atticus Ross, he's now a full member of the band. They've been releasing a single of EPs. They put out one a few months ago called Not the Actual Events, which I listened to, and it didn't really grab me. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I was like, okay, this is like a speed bump on the road, and if I don't like it, it's not going to kill my love for, 25 years of Nine Inch Nails. Just in the last week or so, he has released the second of a series of EPs called Add Violence. That's the title of it. The lead-off song is a song called Less Than. Amazing song. It reminds you that with all he does, he still is the master of the big sing-along, hook-laden chorus, which he's been doing all the way back to Head Like a Hole. And if you look on YouTube for the video for Less Than, it's very interesting because it's based on a mythical video game called Polybius, which was an urban legend of a console video game that if you watched it, it would cause seizures and or control your mind.
Well then.
Now, somebody's actually created a version of Polybius that they're releasing on the new PlayStation, and the developer snuck him an early copy of the game that he was able to kind of modify slightly for the video. So again, the song's called Less Than. It's great classic Nine Inch Nails. Definitely find it on YouTube, or you'll get the whole 5-song EP. It's absolutely worthwhile. Staying on the topic of music, you may have seen this particular shirt. This is my current female obsession. Long Island's The Janes, sometimes also known as The Janes Life, which is their social media handle. They are a pop/R&B 5-part harmony band.
I was just about to go on Spotify and look too.
Okay, which I discovered quite by accident about a year ago at a film festival on the South Shore of Long Island, which I was there at for totally unrelated reasons. And I see these young girls in rather interesting costumes walking around, and I didn't really say anything because I'm shy like that. But once I got into the festival proper, they had a food and drink tent, complete with Tito's vodka, serving up vodka mojitos, which were very good. So once I got 2 glasses worth of liquid courage in me, I finally walked up to one of them and say, I see you guys walking around, what's your deal? And she explained that they were a band and they were going to be performing later that night at the festival. I says, well, it's a good thing I brought my camera along. I'll be, stage front shooting your show. Now, like I said, they are pop/R&B, the sort of stuff you would hear, say, on Z100. They've done a lot of cover videos of songs by like Taylor Swift, Justin Bieber, that kind of thing. Which, if you know me, that is way outside of my normal musical boat.
Yeah, huh?
But that night, they were up against a combination of local cover bands and singer-songwriters. And the audience just didn't give a shit one way or the other. So then these 5 young ladies come out with their costumes, with their choreography, with their harmonies. And all of a sudden there was this huge stampede to the stage. Everybody was saying, oh, this sounds good, this looks good, let's check it out. And of course I was already there with the camera. Well, long story short, they love the pictures I took. I've been showing up at their shows whenever they appear. They like the pictures, we've gotten to know each other. They just recently joined a competition. Newsday newspaper, the Long Island newspaper, was having a Battle of the Bands contest. And the first stage was people voting for different bands in different categories. They actually got into the competition late, but thanks to their rather rabid fans, including this one here, they made it into like the number 9 position of the top 10. So now the top 10 vote getters are going to be performing in front of a panel of experts, and whoever wins that final round gets an opening shot at the Paramount Theater out on Long Island.
Nice.
So, again, go to YouTube, look up the Janes. They have a whole bunch of videos. They have originals, covers. In fact, just recently when we lost Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park, they did a little a cappella chorus of, what's the song again? In the end, it doesn't really matters. And it's gorgeous. And even if you don't like Lincoln Park, it will bring a tear to your eye.
Aww.
So they are a fantastic band for a variety of reasons. Yes, I'm a huge fan, and I will support them in everything that they do. And I really want to see them become famous because they deserve it. They're nice people. They've got a great support system behind, between their managers and their families, and all the people supporting them. And I would really, like I said, check them out. I think you might actually like them, even if this is not your brand of pop music. You'll find something that you will enjoy.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle, do you have any musical recommendations?
Queensryche. What would Jeff take?
Yeah, done.
What would Jeff take?
Of course.
Musical things is... Growing up, it was obviously Metallica, Motley Crue, but the biggest band that I followed and definitely is still part of my life to this day is Queensryche. Everyone goes, "Oh, you mean the band with Freddie Mercury?"
Oh.
No!
Oh, damn.
No!
Oh,
Wow.
Mind you, even though I do love Queen, anytime I mention Queensryche, that's what I would get. Is like
The brain stops at Queens.
like no, Queensryche. And there were one song that was the big hit I hate, which was Silent Lucidity.
Got it. Oh, you're not the only one. We hate that song too. Oh, God.
So, if you listen to their, unfortunately, I think it was the only really album that really made them big, which is Empire. Listen to everything else but Silent Lucidity. It's there, but just face it.
Kind of like a Nickelback album. Don't listen to the radio songs. Listen to the other songs.
Yeah,
listen
listen
to
to
those
other songs. Exactly.
Was Empire the one with Jet City Woman?
Yes.
Excellent. That's an awesome song. And I'm not a big Queensryche fan, but I love that song.
Yes. But if you are going to start listening to Queensryche, do not start with anything that's after Empire. Because everything that's after Empire just really started to go downhill, and it just wasn't that great.
Everything prior to this, that's when they were more of the power progressive metal band that they were. Yes.
Operation Mindcrime.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. Start with Operation Mindcrime, and then go backward, and then and listen to The Warning, and then go even further back and listen to Rage to Order as well. Because Rage to Order and The Warning kind of leads up to Operation Mindcrime, and then came Empire, and so on and so forth. So Queensryche is definitely one of those bands that their albums all interconnect in some particular way. And Operation Mindcrime is definitely the catalyst from The Warning, Rage of Order, and their albums from the beginning. And even their big songs, The Lady Wore Black, you hear it in Operation Mindcrime with Sweet Sister Mary. So it's all a whole big progression. You can honestly put all, up into Empire, all of their albums together, and it's whole one flu story.
I like that.
There's not a lot of bands that can do that. And it's the type of things like you hear like the whole story. Unfortunately, there was a lot of legal issues that happened with Queensryche, where now there is a different Queensryche, but with a completely different singer, and he's trying his best so hard. I don't even know his name because that's how important he is.